no matter what, oh right, sorry, I've got to say that's a string. You're right. No matter what, we're going to get an integer return from this function. We're going to do almost exactly the same thing with a float, except it's going to return a float instead of an integer. Okay, that's everything for this class. Now we're going to create our star info class. I'm going to create a new folder just called info classes, because there'll be a few different, there'll be like constellation info classes later on as well. So we'll go info classes, create a new star info class, starinfo.cs, using Unity engine, as well as system.link. Just like in our last video, we're going to use a few link commands just to keep things nice and readable. So we go public class, we'll call it star info. Now this is not going to inherit from scriptable objects or mono behavior, which will allow us to use constructors. What that means is we can say public star info and then have the, okay. What this means is that whenever we create an instance of the star info class, we're saying you have to pass in a string, which is a CSV line. So this means every time that a star info is created, it's created from a string, which would be that line in that CSV file. And then we're going to interpret that line by line and assign different values. For now, we're going to keep things very simple. I'm going to open up our HYG reference. So this is just our helper file, which is going to tell us what each index of our CSV file means. I'll explain what I'm saying here. So for example, here's our CSV file, and our reference is saying, okay, in index 0 is the HYG database ID, and that's going to be an integer. In index 6 is the proper name. So let's say we go like, let's see if I can reach there. Wait, I want to reach it. All right, let's see. If I go to, let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that would be if it had a proper name, like a human name, like for example, Series A, Series B, that sort of thing. It would appear there. Not many stars have that, but we're going to include that anyway. And now we're also going to do our Cartesian positions. That's the three things we're going to concentrate for now. We'll get the HYG ID, the name, and the position. We'll add further things as we go throughout the series. So that's all we need is the indices and the types as well, and we'll go ahead and use those in our star info class. So I'm going to have a public. I'm going to store our variables in this class. So we'll have a public integer, which will be HYG ID. Okay, and we'll have a public string. I'll just call it proper name, and we'll have a vector 3, which will be our position. So there'll be star info for every star, and an ID, proper name, position, which we'll get from this CSV line. Now, of course, what we've got to do is, if we have a look at this is what we're going to be getting fed in, is like one line for each star info. We're going to need to split that by commas. So we'll say, well, lines equals CSV